The Roger the Wild Child Show is brought to you by our friends at Prism Design Company. Are you looking for a cool new logo for your business? Do you need some graphics for your new website or blog? Our friends at Prism Design are a premier graphics design company that can handle all your needs. You can find Prism Design Company on Facebook or contact them directly at 618-534-4291. All the great graphics on the Roger the Wild Child Show are brought to you by our friends at Prism Design Company.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Hey y'all, it's time for the Roger the Wild Child Show.
Roger the Wild Child Show.
Here we go again with another boot-scootin' kicking episode of the Nashville edition of the Roger the Wild Child Show with your host, Roger the Wild Child, along with his crazy sidekicks, the sassy southern sweetheart Megan Bennett, country rock musician Patrick James, and singer-songwriter, social media girl Kristen Kay. And want to know what's the nitty-gritty from Music City? Elise Harper has your Nashville music news. Yeehaw! Let's do this.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show!
It's Roger the Wild Child Show!
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is
What's happening, everybody? What's happening?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? How you guys all doing? It's the Roger the Wild Child Show. Patrick is back from being on tour.
Yes, I am. And I brought my thumbs up with me.
You brought your thumbs up. And next time you go on tour, you have to bring that thumbs up with you again.
Next time we're on the bus, I'm bringing it, Roger.
So we got a great show tonight. We got Tiana Woods. She's the lead singer of VARNA. She won't be singing for us because she's too good for that. No, I'm just kidding. She's laughing in the green room. Yeah, she's like, okay, motherfucker, okay. So she's on the little rock side today. And then, of course, she's back second time around, Andrea Vasquez.
Yay.
She is country, Latina. She's the whole package. We're going to have her. She's actually singing for us today. So that'd be
cool.
Yay.
Yes. Elise has the night off. So no Elise, and Megan's son is playing a championship baseball game. So I said that you can have the night off. That's fine. You're allowed to.
That's a big deal.
Well, it is a big deal. I'm a baseball coach. I know how it is when you're in a championship. Your kid is playing.
Missing that. You're not missing that.
You're not missing that. All
Absolutely.
right, so you can step to the side from being, on the Roger the Wild Child Show. It's okay. It's cool.
Yes, she gets a pass. She gets a pass for sure.
So next week we're not going to be on the air. Next week I will be traveling to Las Vegas, Nevada.
I know. I hear that. What's cooking in your world in Vegas?
Oh, be doing some nightlife stuff, some promotions, and the VIP service. So.
Good. Very cool.
So I'm going to be doing some work down there on the weekends for a little bit, get me through the holidays.
That's exciting.
But next Wednesday night's going to be my travel day. So
okay, cool.
I get to hop on a jet plane.
Nice.
Kelsey Parker on Facebook. She says, I know Andrea Vasquez. She remembers I'm a fan of Molly Lovett.
All right.
Oh, hey, Kelsey. What's up?
All right, Kelsey.
All right. Thanks, Kelsey, for watching. Yeah, she's been blowing up my Instagram all week saying, I can't believe Andrea's going to be on.
Yes.
Andrea. Get it right, Roger.
Yes. Andrea. Yes, okay. I will get it.
Don't you remember this?
I got you, girl.
Friend.
Yeah. So anyhow, we're going to get things kicked off. Patrick is going to be singing for us today. Patrick, let me move you into the spotlight, my brother.
Yeah.
And what are you going to be singing?
So I'm going to do another new one that I haven't done before. It's recorded and it's out. It's called Heaven on Earth. And this will be the first time I'm doing it live since the studio. All right.
Awesome.
So I'm going to do a real delicate version of it because it seems like when I get on this thing, it cuts in and out. So at sound check, kind of laid back a little bit. So that's how I'm going to take the approach. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So here we go. Heaven on earth to me, and I don't know why. See, we are two. We are many nights on our sides in your eyes. As we stare into your face,
There's no time to let it slip away. All I want is it from you today. You have no doubt. You're everything to me. You work so much for me. Can't believe it's you. Save yourself for me. You're heaven here on earth. Too many times I let myself down, waiting here for you. Dream of the day that lasts forever here with you. You're the only one for me, the only one I need. There's no time to let it slip away. What more could you want from me? But today, yeah, you know that you're everything to me. Your world means so much to me. I can't believe that you save yourself for me. You're heaven here on earth, where two worlds will collide. You're heaven here for me. You're heaven here on earth. You're everything to me. Your world means so much to me. I can't believe you. Yeah, you on it. You're everything to me. Your world means so much to me. I can't believe that you gave yourself to me. You're heaven here on earth. You're heaven here on earth. You're heaven here to me.
Woo! Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Yes, that
So
was.
So lovely. I like
Thank you so much.
Yes. And you know, the funny thing is that when you're talking on the microphone, you're not cutting it out. But when you sing, you
So
are
great.
cutting it out. We don't know. We've figured that out. I don't know what was going on with that.
Maybe the guitar and the voice like to compete, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it was a little bit better.
Hey, Cliff
It
Hill on
was.
YouTube says, very cool. Cliff
Thank you,
is an
Cliff.
old fan of the Roger the Wild Child show. He's been around for years. So,
Well,
Cliff,
thanks for
thank you
tuning in.
thanks for chiming in today. So,
Cool.
yeah. So, Patrick, what's going on? Are you going back on tour?
Yeah, well, what's going on now is we're getting ready to cut some videos in the next few weeks. We're actually flying back to Texas to
Okay.
do a couple of videos.
Dallas, right?
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll be getting those done in the next 3 weeks, and we're in line for a few more tours. So
Okay.
Nice.
the single's out. We're getting ready to drop another one, and we'll be hitting it. Probably a few more dates left this year.
Hit it
and
before you quit it.
we'll be hitting it out, and then 2025. I'll keep you posted.
All right,
Nice.
that sounds good. How and did you have fun touring with? I mean, you're with Anything But Human and touring with Shim from the Stick Puppies. I mean, I
That's
saw
gotta
you.
be fun.
Yeah, I saw you a couple weeks ago on here in Texas, Katy, Texas.
Yeah.
And it was a dynamite show.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. I had the pleasure of doing double duty. So it was great, man. Great experience. Great band. Great musicians. Great songs, and great vibes. So I was happy to be a part of it.
Perfect. And we met somebody there that's going to be our first guest tonight.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, you met her first. And then
I met her first and I introduced her to you. And she's like, oh my God, he's so cool.
All right.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, Patrick with that long hair. I love it. No, I'm just kidding.
She's very cool.
She's probably like, what? I didn't say that.
Yeah, we were like hanging out in the crowd and we started talking. And then, it was just, I'm doing my video streaming of Patrick on stage and Shim and Anything But Human. And, we're just chit-chatting away. And she's like, I'm in LA and I'm a musician. And then I'm like, really? She goes, I'm a lead singer of a band and everything. And I'm like,
really good.
cool. And, she's had 2 Billboard charting songs in the rock.
That's
Billboard.
amazing.
Yes. And so she is here today to bring. Yes. You guys are going to love her. She's got a great personality. She's a lot of fun. She won't be singing for us because she's too good. So that's okay. And please welcome from the group VARNA. Here's Tiana Woods.
Woo! Tiana! Hi.
Hey.
What's happening, girl?
How are you guys?
We are doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad that I'm too good to sing.
Yes.
I know what he's saying, though. You got to have the whole rock moment, the whole band behind you. It's not the same vibe.
She's got to have the hairspray going on,
Girl, yes. I feel it.
How are you, Tiana?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Amazing.
Doing pretty good.
Good. Thank you so much for having me on. It was great how we all got to connect with each other and put this together. And I was able to come on and see you guys. And
pretty awesome, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
This just means we bring anybody on our show. That's what it means.
No,
No,
we
it doesn't.
I was telling you guys, this is very odd that this happened because I am an extremely shy person. And
really?
If
Crazy
Roger hadn't started talking to me, I probably would have never talked to anybody except, Shim, who I've known for like 17 years that, we were there at the show. But I'm just, if I'm not on stage, I'm just a meek, quiet in the, you would never notice me in a million years,
I'm the same way too. I mean, when I don't have a microphone in front of me, I'm just like, I'm like the little, quiet type, and people are like, no, Roger, you're never a quiet type. I'm like, believe it or not, I can be. And when I go to the bars and stuff like that by myself, I don't talk to people and I got to wait for them to be the first ones to talk to me. It's just weird like that. But for me to sit there and talk to you, Tiana, just out of the blue like that, it's just it's not my norm.
It just happened.
You know what I mean?
We were all lucky.
Yeah.
Now you guys.
Yay.
Where were you sitting outside, right? I was inside at that point after we played, right?
Yeah, well, when you were playing on stage, her and I were sitting by the front tables.
Yeah, we just happened to be sitting next to each other. And he looked over at me and he's like, isn't this a great set? And I'm like, yeah, it's awesome.
Really? I was seeing a cute girl by herself and I'm like, I was like,
really
hey, what do you think? And then she goes, I'm bigger than the band. I'm like,
I didn't say that.
She's like, I'm the big deal here. You think Shim is like the big deal? No. I'm Tiana from VARNA, bitch.
Oh my God. Shim will murder us if you're talking like that. I never said that. Those words never came out.
That's true. He's somewhere like, what the hell?
So tell everybody your story and what's going on and what's cooking and what you're doing. And
oh wow, how far back do you want to go? I mean,
when you came out of the womb.
Oh my God.
Let's see. We actually started the band in 2010, I believe. It was under a different name. 2012, we released our first single, Down, as VARNA. And we had a rock producer, Eric Ron, who I knew through mutual friends. Now Eric Ron is, a huge rock producer for I Prevail and all these great bands. He's doing really well for himself. So
Good deal.
Yeah, Eric.
it's good to have,
he gets
talented friends to work with. So we released our first single. We ended up having Journey's premiere our music video in over 600 stores.
Wow.
We ended up going on to Warped Tour to highlight female-fronted bands, which is a really great thing that they were doing that year.
That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
That gave us a lot of, net length with our audience, which really was great. Turned us on to a lot of different fans that didn't know us from Adam Eve. It was great. And then we started getting nominations as we started releasing singles. We got, because we are unsigned, we're independent. So we do everything on our own accord. We are the benefactors, so to say. We are the record company. We basically were doing all the press. We're the agent, the manager, the touring,
all in one.
The touring manager, the merch people, the merch designer.
Yeah.
So when you're on stage, do you go and do your own merch?
Yes. Yeah. We do everything. Yeah. You just gotta, time it really well. There's other people in the band, so you divvy up jobs to other people, so like if the band has to go in and pack up their stuff, I go out on the floor and head to the merch table, and vice versa, then we switch off, I go pack up and they're out there at the merch table.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good. We got nominated for People's Choice, which is like the coveted like fan voted award of the Independent Rock Music Awards. So we won that award.
Right on.
And then from there, we were performing with Drowning Pool on the stage. They were nominated for an award as well. They liked us so much, they took us out on their Hellelujah tour, which was awesome.
Awesome.
And then we ended up getting a couple of nominations for the Independent Music Awards in New York City.
Nice.
And we got nominated for Rock Song of the Year for Living a Lie.
Wow.
That was before we had brought these singles to radio. So
my God. Wow.
And that was
crazy.
charted on Billboard too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Dang.
So we actually got the nomination for this song before we brought it to radio, which ended up charting on Billboard.
Very cool.
Good for y'all.
So after we had all that, good publicity with the singles, we said, hey, wait a second, let's go to radio with these. Let's see how, we know all of our fans love our stuff.
Why not?
And so we had the idea of, if you're a major band, you have major money behind you. You have millions and millions of marketing dollars behind you just to put to radio. So we said, let's not go to the major markets. Let's go to all the smaller markets around the states.
She's
and
smart.
go to these little radio stations.
Best marketing ever.
That love and support rock music, because these people will travel hours to the major cities to go see their favorite bands. So that's what we did. And all those little stations came together, loved our singles so much that we ended up charting top 40 on Billboard, 2 consecutive singles, which is unheard of for not only a major label band, but an unsigned independent female-fronted band.
Yeah.
In the hard rock genre. I'm not sure if you guys look at the hard rock charts, but it's mostly all, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was just great. It's you, you can't count the little guys out, what I mean?
Right, for sure.
You'll see a hailstorm and a Pretty Reckless there every once in a while. That's your zone, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're still they're amazing. They're holding the torch for the female fronted rock.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a big surge of female rock coming out.
I think so. It seems like it.
Oh, I agree.
This year there's been an amazing plethora of female fronted bands. I am so stoked.
That's
our journey has been over, 10, 11 years. And, I was really kind of by myself in this whole stream, so it's fine because when you're a musician, you're hanging out with men 24/7 regardless.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, I've always been the odd one out, so I never felt weird
You
about
poor
it.
thing.
Oh, me neither. I'm so used to it.
I never felt weird about it, I just, it was funny because I was so passionate about music, and the only people that would talk to me about music were other guys,
That's fair.
So, when I was growing up, there were teenagers that were like, well, I'm in a band and I want to do music.
That's true.
And so it was great, I went to school with a Blake Bunzel, who actually ended up being the lead guitarist for In This Moment. He left the band now, but we actually reconnected at our high school reunion. What was it, last year? It was really funny. So we were like, don't you remember we grew up and we said we wanted to be musicians and we did it?
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Now you have a song called The Craving. I just posted it on the Roger the Wild Child show page on Facebook. It's I posted the YouTube music video of that song, and I love that song. I mean, your vocals are amazing on that one.
It's amazing.
So if you guys, we're not, for some reason, we just can't stream the video on this platform today because whatever's not working is not, you got to love technology. Anyway, so I just went in and shared it on the Roger the Wild Child page. So if you want to see VARNA, you want to see Tiana in action, you can go to the page and you'll be able to watch the video.
Check it out, people. It is amazing.
It's perfect for the Halloween season. So you guys got me at a good time.
Yes.
True. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta ask: are you the girl that hung out with all the guys growing up?
Actually, no. Really? I am such a girly's girl. Yeah.
That's funny because I totally was. So I didn't know if that was like your vibe.
Yeah. No.
That's funny.
It's funny. I put on makeup. I love my gal pals. Like I hang out with girls all the time. The only thing I would say is I have a raunchier set of sense of humor, which I think comes from hanging around guys all the time.
Yep. I love it.
Yes,
you're gonna fit in good on this show.
Yeah,
hey,
we get pretty raunchy here. So
you want a job?
You want a job?
We're doing a live job interview right now, guys. Just so you know, we're gonna have her. Yeah. You want to? Yeah, because we're like, you got to be on the show. So you should join the team and be one of our co-hosts. Yeah.
It's funny. Some guys they hear the things that come out of my mouth and they go, oh, they like clutch their pearls. They're like,
oh yeah,
what you said that? Like,
oh yeah, and then they like are
I
like,
can't say that apparently because I have ovaries. It's
yeah
right.
I can't say that. So.
I get it, girl. Been there, done that.
I have no filter. I am who I am. I'm very bubbly and positive, but I'm super serious about my music. I have the dichotomy of happy and bubbly, and then I have this, kind of dark hard rock music.
That must be why people are surprised about it from us, because I get the same thing. They're like, what? But I feel you. It's kind of like you're like sort of somebody else almost when you're on stage. So then when you come off and you're just like, hey,
right,
like,
like,
what did I miss?
Didn't you just go on stage and rock out? What?
I have a lot of stories of where I was like side stage. And like I said, if I'm off stage, I'm very quiet and meek, and I'll have like a bouncer thinking that I'm somebody's girlfriend, or like I'm like a recently hired hand at the venue.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I'm just standing there, and he's like, excuse me, miss, can you, move off? And I'm like, I'm going to be on in like 5 minutes. No.
You're like,
no,
I'm
really,
the rock star. Excuse me?
Like,
no, she's actually the girl that cleans up your trash under your seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you please move for a second?
Get to work. What are you doing? We're paying you here,
That's funny.
So,
and
yeah, it's
she's
really
swiping. she's sweeping up the sodas and all the trash. And next thing you know, she's like, "Hey, can you hold this for a second?" And then she walks on stage with the microphone and starts jamming out.
And they're like, "Oh shit!"
It's funny to grab the mic and look over and watch the look on their face eternally like change, the horror of like me, you know. And they're trying to commute in their brain, like the girl I just saw that was standing here, and this person you know on stage is a fucking beast, you know.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
So yeah.
Yes, that makes sense. You must get that same thing then that I do, where they're like, "You're bubbly," but then like on stage you're like somebody else. And I'm like, I can't explain that one. It just is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's funny.
So you just had a baby. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah, he's cute as a button.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I have to ask you.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, that's changed your entire life, having a baby.
Yeah.
So how are you coping with your musical career and a newborn?
Ooh, I am slowly dipping my toe back into, you know, the music train, as I call it. You know, I don't want to get into political conversation, but, you know, I don't have any extended family. So basically I'm, you know, 100% caring for him full time. You know, so that's been really difficult, but it's amazing. You know, if it was the other way around, I was going to work every day, I'd be crying, "Oh no, I miss my baby." So, you know, it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly figuring out how to integrate this little human into my life. So, I mean, he's doing good. He's a good baby. You know, every parent will say that, you know, but he really is a good baby. And, you know, I took him with me on the trip where I met you guys, and, you know, he turned into a little road warrior. So that's good for future tour dates, you know? So.
Well, you know, you can always put makeup on his face and sit him on stage and he can be a prop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With headphones.
You know, I was gonna say, wait.
Mama's rocking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. That's actually what I did in my day job for 20 years. And funny enough, that's how I ended up meeting Shim. I was the nanny for the A&R relations of Guitar Center. And during that, he had kind of taken sick puppies under his wing before they were signed, before they came out and did anything. So, you know, being the nanny of, you know, that and being down the street, I always had to go to Guitar Center with the child and hang out, you know, while things were going on.
Right.
So, you know, so that's how I met Shim, and we had a, you know, a mutual favorite band that we both loved. And so I was in between bands at that time. I was in between projects. So I wasn't an active musician, I would say, at that point. Yeah, but it was great to see his whole, you know, journey from, you know, coming here, nobody knowing who the band was, seeing their rise, their first single, and then seeing all these fans come out, and then, you know, the transition. And then that's why I was, you know, rolling through his show, because it was on my way to, you know, my birthday trip in
New Orleans.
So it worked out great because, you know,
Yeah.
Nice.
We met.
So Kelsey Parker on Facebook, she says, "This is entertaining. I think Tiana Woods is bubbly."
I would agree.
Thank you.
I like it.
Did you have did you go visit friends in New Orleans, or were you just going to visit?
Oh, New Orleans is my favorite city. I've always gone there maybe once a year, every year since I was 14. Okay. So I actually don't know anybody in New Orleans. I just love the French Quarter, going to the venues.
I've heard it's a thing people love.
I mean, I don't know, but for other musicians, it's totally inspiring for me.
Yeah.
There's no other city like it in the United States.
That's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I had to get out of the house. I mean, I hadn't been out of the house in, you know, God knows how many months.
Right.
So I was like, get the kid in the car. We're going on a trip. Like, let's go.
How long were you gone for? After I saw you, how long were you?
2 weeks, I would say.
Oh, all right. So you went for a little run.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You drove, didn't you? You didn't fly. You just drove.
I drove. Yeah. Well, I had my friend with me from Europe, and I had promised her about 10 years ago that I would take her on a southwestern United States road trip.
Okay.
So, you know,
that's cool.
she came into town, and I said, let's go do it, you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, she wasn't at the event. She was back at the hotel room taking care of the baby so she could go see Shem.
Right.
Well, actually, it was because she wanted to come and meet up with you and meet Patrick, but
That's the real reason why.
yeah, that's the real reason why. She traveled from LA, stopped in Katy, Texas, so she could hang out with Roger and Patrick.
You know, that's what it was.
And you got Shim as a bonus, so there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Thankfully, he was asleep before I left. So, you know, I didn't leave him screaming and crying with her. Bye.
Aww.
And the hotel was like 5 minutes from the venue. So it wasn't a,
Good. So it worked out good.
I'm a responsible mother. So
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
yeah. So it worked out great. And I met you guys. And
Yes.
you know,
Yeah. Awesome.
Sweet.
So what's your touring plan? Are you going to get back on the road again soon, or you're still going to just take time out for a while?
So right now, I mean, he is getting older, so things are getting easier, hence this interview. I would love to tour. Right now, actually, I've been kind of spreading my artist wings, that I would say. I'm doing a lot more collaboration sessions.
Okay.
I'm into writing for licensing for film and TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
And,
awesome.
Cool.
I'm actually
Very cool.
yeah, I have a producer friend who I met in LA when he lived in LA. Now he lives in Nashville, Dean DeJoso. He actually brought me on for a co-writing session today with this other artist. So yeah, I'm gonna just do a lot of collaboration. I'm trying to like mix, you know, the new normal together. And yeah, I would love to go on tour, you know, as soon as possible, hopefully. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Keep writing. Yeah. The song is always going to be the vehicle to get you where you need to go.
Exactly. It's all about the song.
That's
True.
right.
All right. Where can everybody find you, Tiana?
Well, they can find me at VARNARocks.com is our official website. We're on Instagram at VARNA Rocks. Twitter is VARNA Rocks. Facebook, VARNA Rocks. So basically everything VARNA Rocks. ROCKS.
Very cool.
VARNA-ROCKS.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
And search her on YouTube too, because
I mean,
she's on
short and
YouTube.
sweet. You know what I mean? We rock. VARNA Rocks.
There
There
you
you go.
There
Yep.
you go.
That's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Awesome deal. So so I'm gonna have you stick around if you're not too busy.
Okay.
We bring in our next guest because this is your live audition to be a co-host on the show.
Okay.
I know, putting you in the hot seat here. So our next guest, let me tell you, we've had her on the show before when Justin and Elise and I were doing the show together when they were my co-hosts. She's back now. She's bigger than ever. Please welcome to the show, Andrea Vasquez. Hello, Andrea.
All right.
Hi guys, thanks
How
for
are
having
you?
me back.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
That's how you're doing. You see that thumbs up, girl? That's how you're doing.
Everything's been going good. It's been a pretty good year so far. I mean, I guess it's winding down, but yeah.
Fabulous.
How are you guys?
Very
Oh,
good.
it's been a good year for us too, and things are winding down here, going into the holidays.
Yep.
Wrapping
Which is
up
just
our
weird to think about.
I know.
Yeah,
like,
I feel
crazy.
that.
it's like how many more Fridays till Christmas?
I know.
There's not many
It
left.
goes so
Right?
fast, I swear.
I'd like to say things are winding down, but they're not. Things are getting more revved up, but it's all
You're
good.
like, what?
And you can't forget about
It doesn't-
Thanksgiving.
since I've
That's
been home,
my
it hasn't stopped, and it just keeps getting busier and busier and busier. Trying to, get prepared for, the
That's
end of
fair.
the fourth quarter and the beginning of the first. So
Yep, makes
now's
sense.
the time to do it.
He's like, what's that
Exactly.
like?
So, Andrea, I know we got some new audiences here, and I know we've kind of talked before. Your country, you're Latina. You're just, you're you're an amazing artist. I mean, you cover a lot of ground.
Thank you.
You've definitely moved up since our last visit here, and you've kind of blown up a little bit more. So let's start off by, let's just talk about your background real quick, just to get the new listeners and the new viewers up to date on who you are and your music. And then let's talk about what's been going on since your last visit here.
Yeah, I mean, when was that last visit? I'm trying to remember.
It was
Had
a couple years ago.
Over a couple years ago.
It's when Justin and Elise were my co-hosts.
It might have been like, I mean, it's been a minute, but yeah, I mean, I've been, I'm originally from LA, and I've been here in Nashville for now 7 going on 8 years. So I feel like a lot's just happened in general. Last time I was chatting with you, I probably hadn't even released my first album yet, but I released the Benjamin album last year, which was a really fun project because it kind of told a story start to finish that I was just very excited about. And I'm really excited about the new music that I've been putting out. I'm going to date it from this year on. So a lot of it kind of, the Benjamin definitely opened a lot of doors with like CMT and such like that. But I feel like after moving Target, things started to really happen, which has been cool. It's like I'm trying to keep my chill because you just have to with these things. Take everything with like a grain of salt.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I landed moving Target released in March. And on top of that, the year started with my collaboration with my friend Himencio, who's an incredible Tejano artist, and we did a Selena cover, and we made that country. So that was a really cool way to start.
Oh wow, which song was that?
That's cool.
Universe.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I love that song.
Yes, and I think that when we released it, it was like around the I'm trying to remember here. I think it was the 29th anniversary of her performing at the Houston Rodeo, which is really, really cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
She's from Corpus Christi. Because back in the 90s, I lived in Corpus Christi for a little bit and for a brief minute. And oh my God, it was right after she was killed. And but it's just the whole town of Corpus Christi
is Selena.
I love that town, actually.
Yeah.
I like Corpus Christi a lot.
You were just in there, Patrick.
I was just there. Yeah, I just played there. But I've played there many times, but I like that area. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, Corpus is all about Selena. You talk to anybody and you mention Selena, they worship her there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's her place. But yeah, so that was a really, really cool way to start the year. And then I released Moving Target, which kind of just kicked off this new era of music, I would call it. And it's like any song that you put out into the world, you're like, okay, it'll do fine, I hope. And then we released the music video a couple weeks later, and Leslie Fram at CMT, she's always been super supportive. That was my first. I've always gotten not always, but I've gotten many of the online premieres, but this was the first time that I had a video on actual CMT. So that was actually really, really cool, like on television.
Dang.
Yeah, and
Very
then it made the top 8 countdown for 4 weeks in a row, and I think we were top 5 at least.
Wow.
2 of the weeks. One time it made the top 3, which was myself and Chris Hausman and the Word and Treaty, which was, I mean, a very diverse lineup. So that was just really, really, that was a really cool moment. And then it landed me my first Billboard article, and then Solo that came out a couple weeks ago just landed its first Rolling Stone feature. So
right on.
Wow.
We're just kind of taking it all in.
And next thing you know, we're going to be seeing you at Bridgestone Arena.
Yes.
Yeah. What we're talking about.
Totally.
Aww.
Absolutely.
That's so exciting.
Are you going to play that song for us?
Yeah, you're going to sing for us.
Yeah.
Because Tiana wouldn't sing, so yeah.
Do you want me to play that right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, girl.
Play a couple songs. Tiana, we'll get you next time.
Okay.
Yeah, we will. You know I'm going to give you crap. I love you, man.
I've got time for one, so I'll do Moving Target.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. She's always 1 foot out the door and never seen what's behind it. She tells her friends that she wants more, but then again, she's never tried it. Second he asks for her name, she's already running the other way. No, this girl is a cowboy. No, you can't tie her down. Oh, you can stop her. It's got her this hard, and it's harder to be scarred, broken hearted. When you're a moving target, target. You're a moving target. He's saying all the perfect things. That doesn't mean that she believes him. She needs some space to spread her wings. Forget the strings, she doesn't need them. She's all that she wants for herself. She swears she don't need anybody else. No, this girl is a cowboy. No, you can't tie her down. Oh, you can't stop her. It's got her this far, and it's harder to be scarred, broken hearted. You're a moving target, target. You're a moving target. He's placing his bets, and if she ever lets him, he would cash in, but there's no way to win, 'cause she's got her defenses. She's done with the fences closing in. She's gone with the wind. No, this girl is a cowboy. No, you can't tie her down. Oh, you can't stop her. It's got her this far, and it's harder to be scarred, broken hearted. It's the end before it gets started. When you're a moving target, target. You're a moving target. And though this girl is a cowboy, no, you can't tie her down.
All right.
Woo! Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no wonder you're on CMT.
See that?
Wow.
Very beautiful.
Red, green.
Brick Shore Media. Sounding great, Andrea.
There you go.
Thanks, Nicole Zeller and the Brick Shore team for giving us Andrea tonight.
Beautiful. Sounded great.
Yes. And Kelsey did say Moving Target is a good song, but I love Bed You Made.
True.
Hey, I love Bed You Made too.
What do you like about that song? What's so special about that one?
Bed You Made or Moving Target?
Well, Bed You Made.
Well, Bed You Made's is based off of a very true story.
Okay.
Go listen to the whole project and you'll get the full story. But okay, I guess funny story. This song, when it came out, the person that it was about started randomly watching my stories and got to see that video about them made it on CMT. So that was kind of cool.
No.
That's a cool.
That's
That's
amazing.
a cool revenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm grown, I'm over it, but this feels good.
about. Great. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
For sure.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
So what kind of things inspire you to write music?
Usually true experiences. I mean, whether it's something I went through, I'm going through, or that one of my co-writers is going through. I feel like that's just usually the most relatable to kind of put yourself in a situation like that.
Mhm.
It's good.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
very
Smart.
good.
Yeah. It's like therapy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. I hear you, man. Very
Mhm.
therapeutic for me. Do you do you have shows lined up? Do you do a lot of live performances or
Yeah, I've got a couple things going on through the end of the year. But to be really honest, we're really locked in right now in the studio and with a couple co-writes right now. And just kind of hustling for 2025, which cannot believe it's like very close, but
Yeah.
It is right around the
Mhm.
corner.
Crazy.
yeah, we're trying to prep for something to release very early in the year.
Oh, there you go.
Smart.
Nice.
Any holiday songs you're gonna come out with?
I don't know about this year, but we'll see in the future.
Okay. No, that sounds good. So where can everybody find you, Andrea?
So the best way to usually connect with me is Instagram. I feel like that's like the easiest way to find all my links, but it's at Andrea Vasquez, or you can find me under Andrea Vasquez on all streaming platforms.
awesome?
Cool.
That is awesome. So,
Very cool. I love that song. That was really great.
Uh-huh.
oh, it was great.
Thanks.
Moving Target.
Thank you.
That's cool.
That's your latest. What's your latest release?
Solo. So that's a little Latin country vibe, and
Cool.
it was
Cool.
just kind of a really fun end of summer kind of
Mhm.
celebration.
Right on.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's
Very cool.
awesome. I know you run a busy schedule. I do really appreciate you taking time and joining us again on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome.
And when you're big time, which you already are, but when you become real big time and you're at the Grand Ole Opry, just remember us little guys over here.
That's right.
Roger the Wild Child Show.
Of course. Happy to come back whenever.
Awesome. Thanks again, Andrea. We really appreciate you spending some time with us this evening.
Thank you. It was so good to hang out.
Absolutely. Pleasure
absolutely.
meeting you. Really
You
fun.
too. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
That's a great thing about this show is that it's more like a campfire hangout is what I always tell people.
Yes.
When I talk
Yeah.
to guests and I talk to potential people that are going to be on the show, like Tiana, I say, you know what? There's no filter on this show, and it's basically a kumbaya, I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
come grab your guitar, sing a few songs,
Yeah.
hang
I
out
like-
around the campfire.
Yep.
I like
They
That's
might
what
that.
make some s'mores.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you
That's
make
what I
me
like
hungry.
about it.
I'd be down.
So, what was your thoughts about the show, Tiana?
Oh, I think it's great. I love you guys. Your whole interaction, the banter is awesome. Fun vibes.
We're goofy.
Supportive of the music scene is amazing.
You haven't
Yeah,
met
it-
Megan yet, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a
she's
few other people
Megan
to
is a
meet,
different
right?
personality.
Yeah.
She's fun.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I
very
had a lot of fun, you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
we have a lot
inviting
of fun.
me.
We do have a lot of fun.
yeah, we do.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fun.
So, and
But,
then we'll be in Nashville for CMA Fest. I'll be in Vegas. Off and on. I'm flying back and forth between Houston and Vegas.
Dang.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So rack up them air
Oh,
miles.
when was that LA trip we did? That was a good thing to do. I had a good time.
That was a year ago.
Oh, yeah. I
was a
remember
year
y'all
ago.
talking
Missed
about
that,
that.
yeah, that was,
The
uh,
Halloween thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was yeah, we did it around this time.
That's
didn't
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
do
did
remember that
actually.
now.
Yep,
Yeah.
we
Uh-huh.
did.
Next year.
Kristen didn't join us for that.
I'm sorry. I'm always
Yeah.
broke.
Well, that was
Sorry.
a fundraiser too that we were part
It
of.
was for St. Jude's. It was
Yeah.
Halloween
That's cool.
Hotness. They just did one
That's
this
dope.
year as well, just like last weekend. We didn't end up being part of this one because I focused all my energy on the CMA Fest over the summer. So
Yeah.
one big trip a year. So,
I
but
feel that.
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's all good.
So, it
all good.
is. It is. And they're doing really good with that, and they'll be around next year. Halloween Hotness. St. Jude's is a great charity. So
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's a good thing to be involved with.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, Tiana, real quick, I know that you've done some performances in LA. You've done the Whiskey, and where else have you hit in the Sunset Strip?
Viper Room, the Whiskey, the Rainbow Bar and Grill, the Roxy was actually my first professional gig, I like to say, when I was 18 years old. Yeah. So yeah, we've hit everything. We did the Cat Club that used to be there, the Key Club that used to be there. Now it's something else. Yeah, all the venues are basically either torn down or, reshifted into a restaurant or condos or,
Sad.
Yeah, I played all the artists are moving to Nashville. So
yes. Yeah, I was just talking about that with my producer. Well, my friend who's a producer, Dean, who I mentioned earlier. We were just saying, he got out at the right time. We like to say that Nashville is a new LA. Everybody I know,
it's the new New York and LA.
It is.
Yeah.
I played all those clubs too, and the House of Blues. Don't forget that place.
Right, and the House of Blues. Yeah. I mean, I knew things were going down when they decided to tear down the House of Blues. Ideally,
yeah,
so.
That sucked. I really like. I used to play there a lot.
Yeah, that was a great venue.
Sunset Strip is now called Broadway.
Right? Yeah.
I think it'll come back. I think it'll. There's a lot of history there. I mean, it's still popping, but it's not popping like Nashville.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of great musical artists have moved and made Nashville their home. Amy Lee of Evanescence, Lizzie Hale, Hailstorm. Haley Williams of Paramore, she was there before, everything. Scott Stevens, who's one of my favorite writers in the hard rock genre that just kills it with single after single. He moved to Nashville. I have loads of musician friends that just hightailed it off to Nashville. So everybody that I know is basically in Nashville now.
Every other person. Every other person I meet over there is, I'm from California. I'm like, surprising.
Oh God.
I'm like, yep.
Yeah. I mean, if to be fair, Nashville is a songwriting's hub. The craft of songwriting is taken seriously there, as it should, because it all comes down to a song.
That's right. It's not. And Nashville's not country music anymore. I mean,
it's everything.
It's diverse.
It's more of a brand, The country is more of a brand, It's more of a branch now with a lot. It's the new major music network, and then you have all these subgroups of different genres. So,
right.
I mean, you got country metal, you got country hardcore, you got country pop, you got country R&B. There's just
lots of crossover.
A lot of my friends are out there. A lot of these big bands are torn with. Basically, rock.
I mean, Beyonce is a country artist.
That's
true.
I mean, he's getting in on it too. Yeah,
everybody's getting on it. I can't blame them.
VARNA had played Nashville for the first time in 2021, I believe. We were out there playing a show, and it was just great to see, all the rockers come out in the rock community. I was surprised. I was like, I thought it was still like very heavily country music based, and to be fair, it is. But you guys have carved out your own little mechs, here and there and there.
John Bon Jovi has his own bar on Broadway in Nashville.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So I was there. We were there the weekend he opened it up.
I feel that. I remember when all of those weren't there, when every artist didn't have a bar. Like, it's weird how it's like shifted over time.
Shit, I played there
funny.
years ago when that Broadway was nothing. I played the Exit Inn and all these places that was a spot, and I've seen it grow from.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Broadway reminded me a little bit of like being in New York City on like a Friday night. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, you're a huge introvert like me. I was like, what's going on?
It's crazy. Yeah. Especially on the weekends.
I feel like Manhattan doesn't have that vibe anymore either. It used to.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's clubs up and down. I mean, I got signed in Manhattan, so Manhattan was good to me.
Yeah.
Treated me good.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
And then we got a country artist. Oh my gosh, drew a blank. Opening up a country bar down there. It's going to be called Category 10. Luke Combs.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to open up one called Category 10.
So that's like the thing in Nashville. Have a hit single or a couple of them, and then open up a bar to accompany.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm not gonna lie though, there was a small part of me that was sad because it was like it used to be Wild Horse and now they're switching it over to Luke Combs' place, and I was like, "Aw, but I love Wild Horse."
Oh,
Yeah.
but I get it. I see both sides of it. It's cool though at the same time. So
Nashville's evolving.
it is
evolving. Yes.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's
a new
great.
Nashville. Yeah.
It's great because you can really get out there and cut your teeth. There's tons of places to play, and that's what an artist needs. Besides being in the studio, after you write the hits, you got to either you're going to be a songwriter or you're going to be a songwriter that writes hits and performs hits. So you need to be able to you need to be able to perform and get your band tight and get your stage tight and learn how to be, being behind the microphone in the studio is a whole different animal to get out there.
Yeah.
And ripping somebody's head off. That's two different worlds.
Exactly.
Different types of people.
And now with the independent artists, there's just so much music, which is awesome, but there's more to cut through. So you really, really have to find the thing that makes you different.
Yeah.
Well, that's also what you see, with these newer artists that the A&R people find online. They'll have millions of followers because they performed in their bedroom for a camera.
Yeah.
And then they get signed to a major deal. You put them on a stage and they don't know what to do.
Oh, I've seen that so many times. I never understand it.
Like TikTok, they're on TikTok and they blew up on TikTok, and then all of a sudden it's like
it's a way different beast.
Some cut through, but most don't.
Yeah.
But some
I
cut
agree
through,
with that.
man.
Some
Some
do,
cut
yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Shawn Mendes, man. I mean,
That's
he's amazing, man. He's killing it. He was a TikTok phenomenon, right?
That's
But
true. There's a lot.
But he also performed outside of that on his spare time.
That's
Don't-
true.
Don't get me going on social media. I think that every artist should get in a van and do at least 300 days on the road. So
Yeah.
don't talk to me about that. I mean, this.
No,
I mean,
If I really had it my way, I would take these computers and run them over.
Yeah.
Sit down with an acoustic guitar and a pencil and a piano and write songs without any help, any tools. The rest of that is like cherries on top. Learn.
But
how
we
to
got
write.
AI now that can write songs for you.
Yeah,
No,
fuck all that nonsense.
oh no.
I know that.
Roger wants Patrick to burn the show down.
Oh
Fuck
god.
that. No, I mean this is cool, but like when it comes to real, real sitting down. I don't want to sit down with a laptop and a guy. I want to sit down with somebody who can, write
Yeah.
Music
on a
comes from the
piano or
heart.
guitar or
Yeah.
we'll go to the computer later. We'll drop all the beats later. But for me, that's what I do. I write everything on an acoustic guitar. And
You know what?
Same.
I get made fun of at the studio because I come in during our session with my huge pad of papers of all my lyrics.
Girl, I got all
And-
the
And the
diaries.
producer goes, "What the fuck are you doing with all
Yeah.
these fucking papers?" And I'm like, "I am not going to sing to a phone. I
Yeah.
have
No,
lyrics in
I
here
feel
I've
that.
I
written."
still do that too.
Same,
Don't
same.
get me wrong. I use all the modern technology.
Right.
But when it comes to creating songs, and I write in my home studio, I write pretty much everything right here, and then I bring it to where the genre
Right.
needs to be, and then we'll bring the either we'll track it or I'll use a live band or mostly I play everything and then track the drums and
Right.
so on and so forth. But I feel like I still feel like and that happens a lot with a lot of Nashville writers. It still happens. Don't get me wrong. Technology is a big part of the game, but I feel like so many people lean on it because they don't know how to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't know how to
yeah.
write. They don't know how to write. They don't know how to play. I'm not saying you have to be a virtuoso, but you can tell the difference.
But writing
Oh, yeah.
music
I could
comes from
spot it
the
out
heart,
fucking
not a
mile
keyboard.
away. I could spot it out a mile away.
But Patrick, writing music comes from the heart. It doesn't come from a keyboard
That's right.
Truth.
I agree with you.
or the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
1
You know what I
million
mean?
Yeah.
percent.
The
Yeah.
I
cloud,
totally
yeah.
agree with you.
I'm
totally
like, I've
agree with
never written with a beat or anything like that, but I know a handful of people that do that. And I'm like, if that works for you, do
Yeah,
you?
no, I
But
totally
I'm
respect
old
it.
school.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So,
kind of old school when it comes down. When you have something at the rawest form on a guitar or piano, even
mhm.
if you're sitting around with electric guitars and distortions on at a low volume, or you're in a rehearsal room, blowing out some stuff. I don't know. I feel like the songs just take different shape.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would agree for
Anyway.
sure.
That's just my opinion.
So
But
are we
I do
gonna-
it both ways. A lot of I produce and write for a lot of different artists, and very few new artists could care less. And I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Let's stop. Let's write some music. Let's write songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can go wherever we want to go. That's the beauty of
Yeah.
technology. That's the beauty of technology.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We can take it wherever it needs to go.
It's there
Mhm.
to help your journey. It's not there to take over everything,
Well-
and do all the work for you.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
that's kind of just where I see it. I know you do too, Kristen.
I have
I
this
feel
fear.
I'm
I
an
have
old
this
school.
fear that if I brought my lyrics to, on an iPad and went to the studio, I would touch something on the screen and everything would
Oh yeah, and
delete
it would die or something.
Like,
yeah, same.
That'd be my
same.
loss.
So you're old school.
I am old school.
am old school.
Yeah.
I love physically writing down a lyric and then crossing something out
Me too.
Yes, same.
and then writing
Oh
down
my
another
God, I
lyric
feel that.
and going, oh wait, let me go back to that lyric that I just crossed
Yeah, I
out. that I
never-
could still see.
Or rip up,
feel you.
or take the paper and throw it in
I
the
was gonna
trash
say, I could
can,
go
and
find
by
the
the end of the
list.
night,
You're
you're
wrong.
overflowing.
exactly-
That's just
Yes,
one
yes,
staff. But
yes.
I have to say lately, I mean, the past few years I've been transfer everything to
Trying to,
iPad
yeah,
and
See
phone.
yeah.
that?
It's just cleaner and
You
quicker.
see this pile
Yeah.
over there? That's
Yeah.
I
my
filed
song
somewhere.
lyrics
I'll
over
get
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Exactly. All the
Yeah.
ideas
I feel
really,
you.
I feel happen organically, and I'm a
Uh-huh.
fan of it.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
don't get me
something
wrong, man.
very
If I hear a
visceral,
yeah,
very visceral about having it in your hand and transferring the emotion.
Mhm.
Patrick knows what I'm talking about, but
It's not
it
the
can't-
same on your phone.
It can't be
It's not.
explained when you're doing it on a electronic device, a
No.
computer.
Mhm.
No.
Like
it's
I'm
just
saying,
something
when
about
you're-
holding the pen, the paper, and holding the guitar or the piano, because I have a little a little
right.
my little keyboard set up here too. So it's
Yeah.
I have to feel it and touch it. You know what I mean? And when
Yeah.
when I'm punching in lyrics, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I use my voice memo a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
So I use
same.
my
Yeah.
voice
There's
memo a
so
lot.
many of them. It's
I have
ridiculous.
thousands of them, but I have a Logic set up here, and
Yeah.
this will always be ready to record. So I'll just hit it, quick, without a click or anything like that, just to capture an
Mhm.
idea.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for
But,
sure. That is great.
Yeah, I'm not knocking technology. You can't listen. The one thing that we can't do is ignore where the music's going. So because
Right.
you could sit on the sidelines, or you can get with the program. The program is the
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
So it's how
So
you deliver the
true.
song. You know what I mean? How when you're collaborating and co-writing, and I'm just not that guy that's pulling out the Mac yet. I'll pull my guitar out and sing the
Yeah.
hook to you, and then we'll go to the Mac. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I use technology all the time, but I just when it comes to the bare shape of the songs,
yeah.
I like to hear and feel and touch and write the melody. And
I'm
it.
curious if y'all think this too. Like, the thing I've always been confused by if you're using technology is you go backspace and then you deleted something. But see, if you were writing on the piece of paper, you would have crossed it out and then you could have
Right.
gone back and been like, wait, maybe that idea didn't suck. And then
Yeah,
you like
right.
make 20 arrows on the page of like
Yeah.
this line, then
Oh,
this
yeah.
line.
Yeah, yeah.
I totally do that. You
Yeah.
can do that on
Me too.
technology. You
yeah,
can't- I don't know if people do it.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I do the same thing. And if you look back to all those big hit songs that of all the bands on all genres, they're written out, man.
on a piece
Yeah,
of
they're typed
paper.
up after the work.
Uh-huh.
On a napkin,
yeah.
at the at the
Yeah.
IHOP at 3
Wherever you
a.m.
are.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That
I
are
mean,
always
like-
sold at auction for like $1 million.
Right.
You can't just say, "Oh, this is the iPad that I wrote this song on," but the
Yeah.
files are deleted because we deleted everything.
Oh,
But no,
my
it's
God.
saved in the cloud. Let me log in.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
God.
Take our
Yeah.
word for it. We
Again,
wrote this song
again,
on this
Yep.
iPad.
Again, I work with a lot of amazing people that work on technology. Not knocking it. Just
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah. There's
for
good
me,
stuff
the
about it.
actual the birth of the song, I like to I'd like to hear an organic version of it.
I'm
Plus,
glad
it
I'm
gives-
not the only one.
Well, and it also does. It's like, okay, cool. Which way do we want it? This could be an up tempo tune. This could be a ballad. This could be a mid tempo. You get more. I feel like you have more options if you have a raw version of it. Even if it's a piano version, because if you wrote a hit song, and you know it's really good, it's going to sound good as a ballad. It's going to sound good as an up tempo song. It's going to sound good on a piano or an acoustic guitar. It's going to sound good wherever you do it. So I think that's special too. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Agreed.
I feel like you realize how good it or not that a song is when you like strip it down with a guitar or something and be like, oh, just the bare bones of it are awesome. You know, like that is very cool.
Yeah. And sometimes when you're struggling with it too, it's like you kind of know that, with a program you could just modulate and switch, changes, but like voicings and stuff like that, like just say you got a great lyric or a great melody and you're trying to put that lyric together. And it's like, it's to me, it's a little bit more difficult to doing it on a computer. Other people, it's just my preference. But anyway, that's my story.
Sorry,
but I
respect
and you're sticking to it.
Makers that are writing shit on Mac, so I don't diss anybody's work.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, we're just humans writing about the human experience.
That's it.
For other
exactly.
Humans,
So what we're all saying is we need to get together and write a song.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
There's no
we
better
need to do a songwriters round for us. I mean,
there's no better way to do it.
We all vibe.
There's no other way to do it than this. If you can't be in a room, see when you're writing with somebody, you know what I mean. You're feeling their energy.
Yeah,
so it brings out a different vibe in what you want to say. Like if I had a writing session with you, and like even on I do a lot of Zoom stuff, but I prefer to be sitting in a room,
right? Same,
because you can feel the psyche of somebody.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring a different vibe because you're feeling a different energy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's something that a computer can't do.
Exactly.
True.
If you get a call and just say you're the head of A&R department, Chris says, Pat, I need a song, a country pop song with a love heart, a breakup vibe. So, and I don't care, about anything. So that's cookie cutter, right? And those are hit songs too.
Right.
But if you say this is what I'm feeling today, and I'm my heart feels like this, and I sit in a room with you this way, and we write a pop tune like that, but there's a different injection of heart, right?
Way different. Yeah. I think those are the best sessions when you come in being like, I thought we were writing this song, but then somebody in the group is going through something, and then you just all have to write about it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, I love that.
But I still think that happens a lot in Nashville. I think that with real songwriters and producers, I feel like they, there's an engineer sitting there, doing his, compiling the work. But I feel like, that part of the magic, to me, they're trying to get rid of it.
Probably won't die.
You know what I mean? To me, it's like, when it's like, if I own the label and somebody brought me a hit record and they come and, they can't play, it's like, okay, how am I going to perform the song? That's a no-no for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, get back in a room, put a band together, or be a solo artist and get hire a kick-ass band behind you and learn how to do it,
Right.
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Sorry,
Tiana.
Tangent.
Yes.
Tiana, thank you. I'm so glad that you hung out with us.
Yay.
My people will talk to your people. We'll find out if the interview is passable. We got to do a background check, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have a record. Roger's putting you to the fire.
You need to come back. We like you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was
you're
a blast and it was so fun. And I'm so glad we all met again.
Yes.
And yeah.
I got to talk to Simon Cowell to see if I get your approval. Maybe you'll get the golden buzzer. I don't know.
If you get the
No, I don't want to be on the show.
Never say never. Never say never.
I read the contract, unlike a lot of people. So.
Oh my gosh, she's like, I'm already a musician and a mom. People, I can't.
I'm just talking about her being a co-host on this show. I mean, I don't know.
It happens.
I love it.
It's crazy how we find these people. Patrick was a guest on my show before.
That's how I got. Yeah, that's how I was. That's how you found me.
Yeah, you were a guest on my show, and then I'm like, hey, Patrick, do you want to be a co-host? And then like. I've been stuck with you for 2 years.
I know, right?
I was
I had a good
literally a
time.
call, like, yeah.
No,
I
you
was
were a
literally
caller.
on your show.
Yes.
Because one of my social media clients was on the show and she was like, "Hey, can you call in to get like people talking?" And so I called in, and he shortly after was like, "Hey, do you want to co-host?" I was like, he remembered me from one time calling him on the show. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Roger's
That's
got
funny.
the eye for talent. Let
He
me
does.
I do.
I can't
I do.
lie. He does.
We have an amazing team.
Yo.
So-
Roger's got a great personality, man. This show's gonna, I love how loose it is, and it's growing legs, and it's gonna blow up. I know it is.
I think so.
It's gonna blow up.
Well, it
And
was
it's
great
cool
to
that-
talk with you guys. Thank you guys so much for being my first of live interview since becoming a mommy. So
Yeah,
Of
there you go.
course.
Oh, that's exciting.
yeah.
Glad to be there.
That's
Thank
great.
you guys so much. It was
That's
great
great.
to meet you, and this won't be the last time you'll see us. So
Okay.
There you go.
okay.
All right, Tiana. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Aw,
What an awesome girl. I mean,
Yeah.
she's amazing.
You got a great energy.
I
She
love it.
does. She does. And
She does.
the vibe that she brings on. I mean, she's already got like a fan already, because Kelsey said, "I think Tiana Woods is very pretty. She makes me smile."
I would agree,
Oh.
Kelsey. I feel that.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, it was cool meeting her. Yeah, I mean, when
Yeah.
we met, when you brought her over and we met her, and I felt a really good energy from her. I like her.
And that's why we're like, "You need to be a guest on the show." And she's like, "Okay, I'll do it."
She's
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah,
how
she is.
stands out.
It is funny though when you listen to her music and she's like full, yeah, rocking out, and then
I know, right?
hey.
And then
Yeah.
I'm
she's
like,
like,
no, I relate, but it's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
And
I
then
watched-
she's like mom mode, like, "Oh,
Yeah,
no."
like hey,
Yeah.
now, mom. I get it though. I feel like everyone is slightly different on stage. We all kind of sort of play a heightened version of ourselves.
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly.
So I can picture her all rocked out, with the, "Yeah, let's go,"
Yeah.
and then she walks off stage. Here's the bottle.
Yeah,
Here you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was me earlier. Every time I put makeup on, I'm like, who is this? Because I
You look-
don't in
you look
regular
great. You
life
look great.
ever.
You look,
It's
you look
funny.
great, Kristen.
I'm
Yes,
like,
you
oh,
do. You
yeah,
look
I
amazing.
forgot.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Thank you guys.
You're
All right, guys, we're going to be off next week. We should be back the week after, and for another great show with some great talent.
Yep.
And we never know who's going to pop in the spotlight here. So
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know. Sometimes it's I end up finding out we're going to have a guest 2 days before showtime. So
Yep. It always works out.
Yep.
it always does. It always does.
All right, kids. Great seeing
Yes.
you.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for joining us this week, guys. You have a great Halloween,
Yes.
and we'll see you guys all in November.
Peace.
Mhm.